harder. Time now for a little, but first I'll go first. Rangers, Flyers last night. Please watch James Van Riemsdyk. James, right there, clearly all in on his hockey career. He takes a puck to the face, then uses his face to deflect the puck into the net. This, my friends, is about as tough guy as it gets.
Oof.
I'm sorry, NFL, but the NHL has you beat. How do I know? Because James left the game, got x-rays on his face, came back in the third period, scored the go-ahead goal. First of all, I get hit in the arm, I'm out for a week. A week, maybe longer. The face, I'd retire, never set foot on ice again. I probably wouldn't even have an iced tea again. I'd probably never watch Titanic again. No more vacationing to Iceland. No more listening to Vanilla Ice. I'd be off of ice for the rest of my life. You get my drift. James Van Riemsdyk, the tough guy for all seasons.
Jeez.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Man.
The Vanilla Ice thing you should do anyways, though. There's a lot of famous slides in the world, right? You got the cha-cha slide, you got the electric slide, you got slide into DMs. Let me introduce you to a new slide. Oh, the Rosario slide. That is a smooth slide. From now on, it will be known as the Rosario slide. Can you do it at a wedding? I'm not 100% sure, but we should try. The bigger question is this. Is it the best slide in Cleveland? I think not. Baker, still the king of the celebratory slide. Ooh, Baker, best highlight of last year. So the battle of the Cleveland slide continues. In upcoming weddings, feel free to break out the Cleveland slide, Rosario, or Baker style.
I still argue that Baker slide was all luck. 1 inch too far to his left, and we're talking about out for 3 weeks. Play a little drawing a blank. Among the things we know about Tom Brady and what he detests: strawberries, banana ends, laziness, and the NFL's jersey number relaxation rule change. TB12 posted yesterday on Instagram that it's going to make for a lot of bad football. So, Brandon, Brady's objection to the New Jersey rule is blank. Not the New Jersey rule. The New Jersey rule is blank. He loves New Jersey.
Right. I absolutely love this. We need to see more of our star players like this, the quarterbacks, like pushing back on the NFL. I absolutely love this. But this is about Tom. That's the answer. Why? Because he's concerned about one thing, the linebackers. That's it. I'm an old school guy, kind of. Like, I don't want to see the wide receivers in single digits because it just doesn't look right to me. So, yeah, I'm a rain on people's parade. But for Tom, it's just about strategy. Why? At the linebacker position, that's where protection and everything is set up pre-snap. He's looking at 52's the mic, 52's the mic. Once he does that, he's telling the offensive line where they're pushing to. The offensive line, the first people they're looking at is 52, 54, 56. So for them now to have to retrain their brain to identify a linebacker with a single digit or a safety coming down in a box in a single digit, it's just confusing. So this is all about Tom. That's all this is.
You want to know what fill in the blank is after hearing B. Marsh? Tom Brady, jersey number rule is, like, you got all the rules in your favor, B. Marsh. Come on. Y'all sound like some sissy whining offensive dudes. I got to identify 11 versus 52. 50 and
I'm
90.
taking you inside his brain.
There's going to be a
You know, you guys don't have to think on that side.
There's going to be a
have to think on that side of the ball.
football. So we're equating bad football to the defense actually having an opportunity to have an advantage in one aspect of the game in the National Football League. Wilds, I don't even want to talk about this anymore. I can't even believe that this is a conversation. I can't believe Brandon Marshall said that he loves this. I think this is ridiculous. Tom, I love you. I've been an apologist. I'm actually almost borderline a groupie of you. But that is ridiculous. I'm not okay with it, Wilds. I think it's ridiculous. I don't like it.
Far.
Yeah, I might have took it too far.
I have a new strategy.
You're right.
New strategy. My answer is MJ12. MJ12, what's that? In a game against the Magic, Michael Jordan's jersey was stolen, and he had to wear the number 12. There's Michael Jordan, number 12. So we know that the mixing up of numbers really affects Tom Brady. So if you're the equipment manager
that's not Michael
right
Jordan
before
anymore.
the game, immediately before the game. You go up, you're like, hey, bad news. Someone stole all of our Falcons jerseys. Don't know where they are. We had to switch our numbers all around. And guess what happens at halftime? Oh my goodness, this thief is a cat burglar. It's Anne Hathaway in here grabbing everybody's jersey. We had to switch our numbers again. Nothing we can do about it. We have to keep on switching our numbers. It will befuddle Tom Brady. He let us in on something that bothered him, and it's up to opposing coaches and equipment managers to take advantage of it, Jenna.
Of course it bothers him. He's the most cerebral player out there. He plays with the numbers. More of that than the football. Less than a week away from the NFL draft, firing up the old hype machine. Let's get it going. An anonymous AFC quarterback coach said he would actually take Zach Wilson over Trevor Lawrence. He said, quote, if I was picking number one, man, it'd be hard for me not to take him over Trevor. He's got real playmaking ability. He's shorter than Lawrence. I get it. But he makes plays, unique plays. So, Brandon, the Zach Wilson hype is blank.
Was it really a coach? Man, put your name on it. We want to know who you are. We want to know if you really believe this. Put your name on it. Look, this is trendy. Why is this trendy? You go back to when all these quarterbacks in this year's class was in high school, we were talking about two people. We were talking about Trevor Lawrence. We were talking about Justin Fields. All the way up until 3 months ago, and now Zach Wilson is the best thing ever. I truly believe this dude in the right situation is going to have a phenomenal career. But when you think about Justin Fields back in 2016, 2017, go off to college and just compete at the highest level week after week after week. How is this guy above him? How is he above Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence won 42 games in a row in high school, 2 state championships, and then came to Clemson and just backed it up again. So this is trendy, Trevor. I mean, whatever your name is, you want to get on me today. What's your name? LeVar?
I'll be Trevor, though, but let's be clear. Trevor's only going to go 1 pick higher than I did, so it's kind of okay to be LeVar, too.
Ooh.
This Zach Wilson hype, let me tell you something.
There it is.
This Zach Wilson hype is manufactured. Hey, Zach, come on in with us. Get with our team. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get anonymous guys because we got connections all over the league. We got people in high places, GMs, coaches, all that. Everything you can think of. You need to sign this dotted line and come with us and let us represent you. Follow the representation because whoever it is, connect the anonymous source to who the agency is, and then you have your answer.
Wow.
Boom. It's manufactured. That's all this is.
Oh, wow. All right. My answer is Witness Protection Program. See this? We decided to put a blur on the screen. This is when you need this effect.
Who is that?
A, you're snitching on the mafia. Or B, you've got government secrets. Complimenting someone, you don't need to be in the Witness Protection Program for compliments. You're like, just say, you know what, any other year, I could see him going number one. You don't have to be in Witness Protection Program for a compliment, Jenna. Telling on the mafia, however, I would recommend it.
Wow.
If you were in the mafia, we got to work on that blur.
We got you.
I can still make you
We got it, B-Mars. I said his name. He said yes. We know who you are.
Shoot. That's it. Now I got to move to
well-laid plans. So much for that.
See, that's your name's on the trouble before.
Let's focus in. Focus on Kevin Wildes for a little bit as we talk about Richard Sherman. So the free agent corner could find his way here to New York sometime soon. His former defensive coordinator, now Jets head coach Robert Saleh, was asked about a potential reunion. He said, quote, obviously you guys know I love Sherm. So Brandon, Richard Sherman to your Jets would be blank.
Veteran leadership. You look at the offensive side, defensive side, really don't have that type of presence, and you need it in the National Football League. So many distractions. This is a guy in the locker room that everybody will come up to. LeVar, you know that, man. You walk in the locker room, there's always that one guy where you need to talk about relationships, you need to talk about finances, you need to talk about where to go eat, where to stay, and that's him. This is Richard Sherman. You need a guy that you trust that's going to give your young guys the right information. I don't know how much production he has left. I know he's, a year and a half removed from an all-pro year, but he has not shown well when he was playing the last couple weeks of the season. So Richard Sherman coming into the Jets will really help out his coach and be an extension of him in the locker room. Echo what he's trying to sell in that locker room. So I like it. Veteran leadership.
You forgot to say, leave that one alone. That's usually the one thing that the veterans say when talking to the young bucks that need to talk.